What is up, Scentsy fans? It's Patricia and welcome to another video, the dreaded Scentsy Club edit video. So this is a chit-chat style video, which tends to be a tiny bit more informal, so grab a little snack and a drink if you'd like. Not as long as the other ones I've filmed, but I wanted to come on and explain to you how this video is set up. So besides the intro, which I'm filming, I filmed two other parts. So the first part of the video was filmed on August the 14th. My club shipped August 17th. So what I did was I wanted to go in early and remove any returning fall and winter bars because they're coming in the catalog. I don't need to get them in a club order. Then my club shipped August 17th, which I have not yet received, but if you want to see it when it comes, just let me know. Then today, August the 30th, I went on and filmed another club edit and added in any retiring spring and summer scents that I wanted to ensure that I would get if they discontinued, as they always get my bar feature. So just keep that in mind when you're watching the video. Part one is when I'm making cuts. There's a middle part that you don't know about. That's when my club is shipping. And then part two is when I'm adding in scents after my club has shipped. So hopefully that helps explain what's happening. I hope you enjoy.
Okay guys, here we are on my Scentsy Club page. I'm not going to be discussing how to set up a Scentsy Club. This is a Scentsy Club edit video. So I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you probably have a Scentsy Club, or you just want to see what's in other people's Scentsy Clubs and how they change things around. So my club processes on August 17th. So what I'm going to be doing is removing any bars that are going to be returning for the fall and winter catalog in this portion of the video. Then after my club ships, I will then add in any retiring spring and summer scents that I want to get. Now keep in mind, I'm actually going to be skipping in 3 months my November shipment. Then 3 months after that is the ideal situation. It will be February, and I will already know what is returning for the spring and summer catalog. So technically, any spring and summer scents I'm going to add right after this little segment, I won't possibly get. So ideal situation for me because I use my club as an insurance policy. I have so much wax, I actually don't warm through a lot of my current wax. Okay. Now, I'm going to draw your attention. It says 45 items, and these prices are in Canadian dollars. I do get club items for a customer of mine that wasn't comfortable setting up a club, so I will show you what she gets in here when we get in. Okay, let's get started. I only get quarterly, and that's probably good for me. Okay, so a lot of these I'm going to keep. Woolly slippers, keeping. Pacific sandalwood, keeping. Apple s'mores, I have a lot, but I'm keeping. That is a great performer. Marshmallow mint, second favorite scent, love it, keeping. Vanilla oud, probably a top 10 scent easily for me. Doesn't return a lot, so definitely keeping. Snuggle Up, LTO scent, laundry that I like, keeping. Actually, I have to warm through some of that. Fresh Cut Daisies, I've been working on a little bit of that, so you'll see some of those bars come up in my empty, so I'm definitely keeping that because I took it out once and I really regretted it. So, Simply Vanilla, keeping. Sugar, keeping. Apple Butter Frosting, keeping. Okay, here we go. Here's the first change I can make. Homestead Holiday. That bar is returning in the Scents of the Season collection towards the latter part of the year. So I'm going to remove it now. And I'm always a little bit nervous to do this, but I'm going to remove it now and then add it back in when it returns. I'll save myself... will I save myself? Yeah, I'll save myself one bar that way. So here we go. I'm going to click on the little garbage can. It says, are you sure this cannot be done? Yes, remove this item. All right, Vitamin R Relax. I'm keeping that one at least for now. The Little Mermaid Kiss the Girl. I used to get this for a different customer. She and I would take turns. I would sometimes get it. She would sometimes get it. But neither of us are kind of warming or reaching for Little Mermaid Kiss the Girl, so we came up with a joint decision to remove it. So that one's going. Yes. Cotton Candy Cookie is staying. Love and Happiness is staying. Sea Salt and Avocado, even though you can get it in Scentsy Club as a brick, I'm keeping it just in case. I don't trust Scentsy. I want it in my club. And I also have a girl at work that often asks for it, and then when I tell her it's not available, she just kind of stares at me. So I'm like, okay, I'll just get it for you. All right, Banana Nut Bread. There's two here. That is for my customer. Different customer. You'll kind of see when you're a consultant, you're like, I got to take care of all these customers, even though they don't know I'm taking care of them, right? Toffee Butter Crunch is also for her. Coconut Cotton is also for her. All right, St. Nickerdoodle, that is mine, and I'm keeping it. Then we have Snow White. I do really like this scent, but I don't think I've warmed it since I warmed my original bar, and I have 3, so I'm going to remove that. Yes, remove this item. And I find a lot of the Disney bars do eventually return. All right, Cucumber Lime. That is one that I'm keeping because I feel like it's never going to return again. It took many, many years for it to come, and I was happy to get it. So I'm going to have to warm some, though, because I've been neglecting it. Same with Hazelnut Latte, that's staying. Peppermint Rush. Okay, that is also for my customer, the one that wasn't comfortable setting up the club. That is also returning in Scents of the Season. I'm actually going to take that out, and I have a bar set aside for her, so that's fine. We'll make things work. So I'm going to take that out for now, and I will add it back in later. Vanilla Cream, I'm going to keep for now. Okay, here we arrive at some of my fall and winter scents that, will they come back, or are they coming back? Hopefully, if you've watched part 2 of my Chit Chat series, you'll see all the scents that I smelled through for the fall and winter catalog. So I'm kind of filming these out of order, but you're going to be seeing them hopefully in the right order. So Arctic Kiss is returning, so I can remove that. Yes. Around the Campfire is returning, so I can remove that. Cashmere and Corduroy is returning. Again. Cedar Cider, returning. All right, Frosted Vanilla is returning. However, my customer that wanted the club set up, this one is for her because Frosted Vanilla is a scent that I don't really care for. But I'm just going to drop it down to 1 because I have 1 from last time she got the club. So I'm just going to drop it down to 1. And we're going to say yes. She'll still get her 2. Icicles and Evergreen did not return, so I'm going to keep that for me because that's for me. Now I must say once Frosted Vanilla officially returns, then she can just get it. She doesn't need to get it through the club. She can just get it as a regular part of an order. So, okay, Icicles and Evergreen. It did not return, so that is staying in the club. Pumpkin Roll is coming back, so I can remove it now because I can get it in the catalog. And I would prefer to get them through the catalog and put it under a party. All right, Silver Bells. I'm so happy you're coming back, Silver Bells, so we can remove you. Yes. Sometimes it feels like counterintuitive, like to be removing ones that you love, but they're coming back. So now here's one that's not coming back, Spiced Ember Glow. So I'm going to be keeping that one just for a little while until I decide what to do about it. I just don't know what to do. Anyway, my goal in my club is to have 28 bars or less. So we'll see where we're at once I'm done here. Keeping in mind a few of these are for my customer. Sugar Cookie, that did not come back, so I'm going to be keeping that. And for now, Vanilla Cinnamon Maple didn't come back, and I just kind of added that in at the last minute. And I do like it kind of as a medium tone bakery to kind of really warm up your house. And I'm not a big maple fan, but I find whatever the maple is in there, it works really well with all the other notes. So, okay, Blue Coconut Beach. I have thought about this so much. What am I going to do with Blue Coconut Beach? I still don't even really know, but I need one other bar. And I think what I'm going to be doing, spoiler alert, is that one will be making it into the top 12 for my 2023 scents. Just because it seemed that it was really well liked. So I want a bar even just to show in that video, and then I will also have to figure out if I want to keep it. So, all right, Happy Birthday, I have 2. And I never put 2 of anything in. So should I keep it at 2? I'm putting it down to 1. I mean, come on, I have so much wax. Let's be responsible. Look, gotta make changes somehow. Okay, White Sands. I'm keeping that. It's a really good one. Churro Churro, I added in at the last minute. I kind of chickened out and added it in. And I'm actually going to keep it in for now because I'm really enjoying it in the spots that I'm warming it. So, Painted Leaves. Okay, here we have another one. I added in on the last day before the Bring Back My Bars went away. This is an open concept area, strong scent. Do I have many of those? No. But this is a scent that I probably at most warm one a year because I have so much wax. And I have 6 bars. And 4 of those bars, I believe, are from 2020. So why should I have it in my club? I have to be realistic. I want it in my club, but I don't need it in my club. Do you see my dilemma? Everybody's dilemma. So I'm going to take it out because I just can't continue on, hoarding and accumulating, etc. I got to make smart decisions. So just do it, Patricia. All right. There we have my Scentsy brick sugar cookie. I actually just finished sugar cookie. I think in the month of July, so I definitely want another brick because I do have it in my club, but I think I only have 1 bar. And I know that if a customer were to beg me for it, then they would get it. So one thing I want to show you guys, if you look down in the bottom right corner below cocoa, cucumber, lime, there's a top button. So you just press that. One sec, and you're back at the top. So I think I have 45 items, so now I'm down to 32. Now I will be adding in spring, summer. You'll see that here in a second. I'm technically not counting those because I will not necessarily get all those bars because I might be removing them in February and I'm skipping November. And I'm not getting them in this shipment because I'm adding them in after the fact. So it's almost like a hack club that just worked out perfectly, even though it's not a hack club. Anyway, see you in 2 seconds for the additions. Welcome back, everyone. Today is Wednesday, August 30th. Tomorrow is the last day to add in any spring and summer scents to Scentsy Club, so I better get on it. Now, if you've watched my first part, you know that any of the bars that I add right now, I'm not going to actually get until my February 17th shipment. By then, we'll know what's coming back. So some of these I might not get. So I'm going to get a little bit heavy-handed with what I'm going to add. Normally, I would not do this, but it's kind of like a free pass. So let's just bring up my club. So we're going to skip through. I'm going to refer you back to the early part of the video for all of this stuff. And here's what I've got. So I'm actually going to remove the sugar cookie brick because that should be arriving any day. And obviously I won't want another one probably in February. So I'm going to click the add more items. And that's going to bring me to the main screen. And usually I focus, a lot of things are going to be focused in the promotions or the Scentsy wax bars. I usually go to promotions first just because I don't want to forget to check that. So let's do that first. All right. So I'm just going to scroll through here and see if there's anything I want to add. Now, there's a situation with the Dream Big Princess. I actually had to, give my bar to a customer because we thought it was going to be available in September and I didn't want to have to tell her no. So anyway, we're going to continue shopping. I'm going to add one of those just so I can get a chance to try it out. And I'm actually going to add Pacific Mist because I do enjoy that one. Continue shopping. Ravenclaw, I probably have about 8 or 9. I love it. I'm just going to chance that it's going to return. And Dashing is somewhat similar for me, and I love that one, so I think I'm going to be okay. And I do have some Stitch. And I think that might be all that I want from here. So let's go back to Scentsy Wax Bars. All right. My iPad's a little slow, just like me. Okay, so I'm going to add in retiring spring and summer scents that I enjoy. All right, so the first one I see is Appealing Apple. I was so happy that came back, so we're going to give that an add. I usually only add one. Continue shopping. I'm going to add Apple Teeny Splash. I actually think I have 3 or 4 bars, but I do really enjoy this. I just never got to get back to it, and I have a feeling it's not going to come back. It's kind of like one of those In Jeopardy ones, in my opinion. So continue shopping. Apricot Vanilla I'm going to add just because I barely have any, and if it were to go away, I would like to have some. So it's a lighter scent, but really nice in a bedroom. You just have to be picky and choosy where you warm that one, in my opinion, to get performance out of it. Banana leaf and bamboo was one that I don't need to add because I prefer sea salt and avocado. Blue agave and melon, even though I didn't get to warm that this year, I was so happy it came back. So I'm going to add that because I know when I get to it, I'm going to want more. So continue shopping. You're going to see a lot of scents at the beginning. Bonfire Beach. I'm going to add that. Continue shopping. Okay, so let's keep going. I'm really happy that cinnamon vanilla is staying because that saves me a spot. Clementine cupcake is not one that I need to add. It just wasn't one that, got me excited. Cocoa lime, should I add that or not? Everybody loves that. I'm just okay with it, but I do love lime scents. Maybe I'll add it just because, like I said, it is just kind of like a free ad at this stage. This is the way my club is falling. Coconuts for coconuts, I definitely want to add. Continue shopping. Daydream Oasis I want to add because I think I'm out. And again, I would like to have a bar if that were to disappear. And chances are it's going to come back in the catalog, in which case I will remove it and just get it as a catalog edition. But just as an insurance policy, let's put one in. All right, I already added Dream Big Princess. Dun, dun, dun. This little section here probably won't be much for me to add. Jammy Time is staying, yes. Johnny is staying and Just Breathe is staying, so there you go. The next line, I don't need to add any from, so we'll just keep gently scrolling. And let's see. I contemplated adding Make a Splash, but I warmed a lot of it this summer, and I think I am good. Sometimes you kind of overdo a scent. Mocha Doodle is staying. Monsters Inc., I believe I'm going to order that in September. So I think I'm good there. And I already added Pacific Mist in the, whatever that other section was called. Palm Trees and Ocean Breeze, what should I do about that? I think what happens is I think about the very first time I smelled that and how much I liked it. And over time, I don't quite like it as much as I did that first time, but I think I would be sad if I didn't have, well, I'm going to add it just because of my situation, my special club situation this time. Paradise Punch I'm going to add because I warmed that this year and kind of really enjoyed it, so I would like to have more if it were to retire. And I don't want to place another order, so there you go. Peace Lily be with you, let's add. This line's going to get a lot of action here. And Pina Colada Cha-Cha is a definite add for me. There you go. Okay, I'm sure my club is just exploding at this stage, but all of these scents don't really count, right? All right, I think this line is good. I'm not a huge, fruity lover, so I can take or leave Pink Rhubarb Sugar. I know a lot of you guys love that one. Usually those kind of scents, I can kind of go with the flow. Whatever's available that's kind of like that, I'm good. So I don't really like Rainbow Red. Same with Rainbow Sherbet. I find Rainbow Sherbet really sweet, so Raspberry Hibiscus Tea I enjoyed, but I don't need to club it. Ruby Nectarine. What should I do about you, Ruby? We'll just add, maybe we'll add one. Should we ask Max? Should we ask Max if we could add Ruby? Okay, there we go. Let's just add it. Okay. Now, the rest, I think I'm good for that line. Sparkling Yellow, I think I might add. I'm just going crazy. I must say, I did really enjoy spring-summer season a lot more this year than any other year. So just keep that in mind. If you're a fall-winter person, your scents can change. If you love a scent and you stock up and then you don't warm it for a while, you may not like it as much. So always go back, revisit what you've warmed before, accumulating a giant amount, okay? That's just a tip from someone that's learned over time. Okay, the next line, I'm good. I don't need any Star Apple, Freesia, Star Wars, or Stitch. I love Stitch, but I have to get warming what I have. Sugar Blossom is a no for me. Sugared Strawberry is a no. Summer Moonlight, I'm going to add. I really fell in love with that this year. I think it has strawberry, sandalwood. What else does it have? I forget. Anyway, I really like that. Tangerine Creamsicle is really nice, but just way too light for me. And there, I think, is my last one. Oh, no, that's Tropic Nectar. I don't need that one. I need watermelon tangerine. So we're going to add that. Continue shopping. And I think that's it. So I'm going to press the arrow button at the bottom right hand of the screen so it'll scroll all the way up to the top quickly. So you're going to see I added 18 bars. I would never add 18 spring and summer bars. Normally the ones I would add, like bare bones, would be Bonfire Beach and Pina Colada Cha-Cha, and maybe a Peeling Apple and Blue Agave and Melon. And I could probably leave all the other ones. Pacific Mist I really want to add too. So anyway, let's click on the upper right. You'll see the little purse shopping cart symbol with 18. So I'm going to click on that. And that's going to show me all the ones that I added. Hopefully I didn't forget any. So we have Dream Big Princess and Pacific Mist from the promotion section. Peeling Apple, Appletini Splash, Apricot Vanilla, Blue Agave and Melon, Bonfire Beach, Cocoa Lime, Coconuts for Coconuts, Daydream Oasis, Palm Trees and Ocean Breeze, Paradise Punch, Peace Lily Be With You, that was my favorite new release this season. Sorry, had to swallow. Pina Colada Cha-Cha, Ruby Nectarine, which I'm not sure about, but anyway, we'll leave it. Sparkling Yellow, Summer Moonlight, and Watermelon Tangerine. Some of those scents I'm putting in, let's say they were just discontinuing, I would at least like to have another bar because I don't have any. So that's kind of where we're going with this. And I don't feel like putting in another order. So what you're going to do is you're just going to scroll past all of these. Now, some of these are not for me, as you would see from the early part of the video. I think 26 were mine. So obviously I'm over my 28 bar limit, but if push comes to shove, I will, axe a lot of things. So I'm going to press Update Subscription so that all of those new bars will add in. It says they're going to process on November 17th, so what I'll probably do is go and skip this. Let's just see. Okay, so before I let you go, I'm just going to show you, if I click on quarterly, it's going to show everything. I'm not going to pick a half price item until closer to my actual order. Now I'm just going to click skip November. What I do is I skip every 5th shipment just to make sure I'm not going to lose any bars. But when you click skip November, so the last time I would have skipped would have been in 2022, and it was August shipment. So that's how I do it. It's going to say, are you sure you want to skip your Scentsy Club shipment? Skipping November, next shipment February. And then it's going to show you all of these bars, which is everything, that you would have seen in the first part of the video, nothing that I just added. But it's got an orange warning. If you ever see red, red is bad. It's like, think blood and death. So if you click on something when it's red, it's gonna be dead. You're gonna not have those items anymore. But if you see orange, it's kind of like your warning shot. So I'm just gonna click the yes, skip this shipment. And it just takes a little moment because my iPad is working. It's an old one. And there you go. And when you click on quarterly, it should say skipped shipment. Okay, so I just went back to the main screen, and my club is big, but it will not be that big when I receive my order in February. So it'll be interesting to see what comes back. Let me know what you guys are adding to your club, because you may not have a special situation like me and you can add a whole bunch. So what are your must-haves that you're adding? Put them down below. Maybe you're putting an order in either today or tomorrow. So good luck. Have a great day, and thanks for watching. Take care.